What's going on, everybody? I'm John. In this video, I'm going to review another product for you guys. We're going to try to beat the cold with the Portable Heater Buddy by Mr. Heater. Let me break this video down for you real quick. We're going to take a closer look at the features. I'm going to show you how it works. Specifically, I'm going to show you the capabilities of using it while hunting, and then we're going to look at the pros, cons, where to get it, how much it costs, and then we're going to wrap this thing up. So here we go. All right, guys, let's take a closer look at this thing. The Portable Heater Buddy by Mr. Heater is 14.25 inches in length. It's 9 inches deep or width and 15 inches high. It's got a guard on the front that protects you from the radiant heat. All the heat in this thing goes out the front, so it's safe to back up against a wall. The handle at the top is foldable, which gives it a nice profile and makes it a little bit smaller when you're trying to stick it down in a corner. If you look at the back, there are two mounting holes for screws, so if you want to hang it up, let's say in a hunting blind or in a workshop or something like that, you can hang it right up on the wall. There is a swivel regulator on the side. Right now I have a 1 pound bottle attached, but it does move, give you a little bit easier access. If you want to go down the road of trying to put a 20 pound cylinder on it, you can do that, but you have to get the compatible hose and filter, which is not included with this heater. The control knob is red and is found at the top. It has 4 settings: off, pilot, which has an integrated spark mechanism, so there's no electricity needed for this heater. The third one is low, which burns at 4,000 BTUs per hour, lasts about 6 hours, and then high burns at 9,000 BTUs per hour, lasts for about 3 hours. All right, now let's turn this thing on. We're gonna turn the control knob from off to pilot, and they're gonna push it down, and you're gonna hear clicks every time you push it down. And the pilot actually lit on the first try for me here. They recommend that you hold it down for like 30 seconds, but it doesn't take that long. If I let it go now, the pilot's going. And then all you have to do from there, once the pilot is on, is turn it to low. It takes a little bit to warm up, but once it warms up, you'll see that the whole face of this heater starts to glow, and then obviously you can turn the knob to high. And then to shut it off, just turn the control knob back to off, and the pilot and everything goes out. Now let's look at it with the lights off so you can get a better look at what's going on in there. I'm going to turn the knob to pilot, push it down, hold it, the pilot's on, and release. And then I'm going to turn it to low. Now turn it up to high. You can see it's getting a little bit brighter there, it's pumping out some more heat. And then off. The other thing I want to show you is this product has an accidental tip over safety shutoff. So let's turn it back on and I'll show you that. Pilot going again. Turn it on low. Now you can see the heater is going. Now if I tip it over, you'll hear a click and the heater will shut off. And now the heater is off. So if you fall asleep in your tree stand or your box blind and you kick this thing over, you don't have to worry about going up in flames. As far as safety goes, the other thing that I want to mention is this product does have an oxygen depletion sensor. So if you're in a completely enclosed, sealed up area and the oxygen levels get too low, this product will automatically shut off. The last thing I want to mention, and one of the downfalls of this product, is it doesn't have a thermostat. So you're going to have to be the one to control the temperature by turning it from low to high to low, back to off, to try to find, that comfort level that you're looking for. So that's pretty much everything. Now that we've taken a little bit closer look at the product, let's talk about the field testing and how that went. I looked at 2 specific scenarios. The first one being the box blind. You've seen some of these mega box blinds when you're driving down the interstate with shingles and windows and insulation. Guy's got to sell his house just to pay for his deer stand. I did get a chance to sit in one of those with this product, and what I found was after about a half an hour of the heater on high, my coat was coming off, and I was shutting the heater off because I was starting to sweat. I did have a thermometer in the blind with me. Temperatures outside were in the single digits, and the temperatures on the thermometer went up to about 70. So if this is the way that you like to hunt, this is all the heater that you need. And as far as how long did the gas last, I was using 1 pound bottles, and they say that it's supposed to last about 6 hours. That was pretty accurate because I hunted in the evening, I used the heater for about 3 or 4 hours, and then the next morning I used the same propane bottle, and I used it for another 3 hours before it went out. Now let's move on to the blind that's becoming very popular, the pop-up camouflage tent. The morning that I set the tent up, it was a pretty chilly 16 degrees out. I left some of the windows open because obviously when you're hunting, you've got to have a couple of those things down to see what's going on around you. I hung the thermometer right in the center of the tent, cranked the heater up, and I let it sit in there for a while. I checked the temperature at 30 minutes and it increased from 16 degrees to 43 degrees. Then I gave it another 30 minutes, I checked it again, and the temperature didn't budge. There was enough cold air moving through that tent and enough heat being lost that was about the max that we got out of the heater. So it increased just about 30 degrees. While field testing the heater in the tent, I left the heat setting on low. The reason I did that is because it conserves the most propane, and then it also gives you guys a baseline understanding of the minimum that you can expect from this product, and then you can always crank it up to high if you want a little bit more. But a 30-degree jump in temperature in that tent that morning made it a heck of a lot more comfortable. All right, we're gonna move on to pros and cons. Okay, pros. Let's talk about a few things that I really liked. It is lightweight. It looks a little heavier than what it is, but you'll be surprised once you pick it up. It's real easy to carry in and out of the woods. The second thing is the foldable handle is nice because you only have so much room inside the deer blind, so it's nice to be able to fold it down and make the profile a little bit more sleek. The Pilot works quickly. Those cold mornings, I had no problem turning the heater on. And from a safety standpoint, not only does it shut off when you kick it over, but it also shuts off if the oxygen levels get too low. The last thing is, as far as how it worked, in the enclosed blind and even the tent, I thought it was all the heat that I needed to feel comfortable, and it did so without burning up too much propane. If you're gonna spend a full day in the woods, you can get away with having a 1-pound bottle attached to the heater and then keep one more 1-pound bottle in your bag as a spare. You shouldn't need any more than that as the day goes on. Okay, now we're gonna move on to cons. The first thing I wanna talk about is there's no thermostat. And when I was talking about using this product in the box blind, it worked really good and it warmed me up really fast, but I found myself going from high to low to off to low to off just to kind of manage my heat, and you couldn't just program it to one setting and leave it there. So it would be nice if this product had a thermostat. The next couple things you can consider negatives, but the company pretty much already has them covered, and you can just upgrade or buy something different depending on what you're looking for, but we'll cover them anyway. First, if you think this thing eats up propane too fast and you want to blast your heater on high all day, there's always the opportunity to go out, buy the attachments, and hook up the 20-pound cylinder. The next thing is, if you don't think this thing pumps out enough heat, I thought it was just fine, but it's your personal preference. They have bigger heaters that you can take a look at. The last thing, and probably the biggest negative of this product for hunting, is the Pilot. When we went through the product and I was clicking it, while it only took a couple times to turn it on, you heard how loud that click was, and that's definitely not ideal when you're in the quiet woods in the morning. But the company does have you covered. They make one specifically for hunting that has an electric start or an electric ignition. If you want to spend a little bit more money, it's silent, and that might be a better way to go. Now let's talk about where to get it and how much it costs. I talked to you about some other things that Mr. Heater offers as far as different models or some attachments, accessories. So the first thing you want to do is head on over to their website. I'm going to leave the link in the information below this video so you guys can go take a look for yourself. The company has a list price on their website of this product at $105, but I also saw it at Cabela's, Gander, Bass Pro, Farm and Fleet, and actually I saw it at Walmart for as low as $70. Alright guys, we're gonna wrap this video up. I hope you liked it. Please comment below, subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you've already subscribed to my channel, thank you. Keep an eye out for the next video. We'll see you next time. Peace.